Big updates here today. Exciting video. Avo, the arbitrage betting platform that I've mentioned a couple times on this YouTube channel. Very, very affordable and super clean UI. Makes the user experience great for arbitrage bettors. They just released a plus EV betting tool. So now with your Avo membership, you get arbitrage bets and also plus EV bets. But is their plus EV betting tool worth it? Is it good? Today, we're going to go over the things I like, the things I don't like, what I'd love to see added, all of that in today's video. Before we look at Avo's new plus EV tool, I just want to talk about the differences between arbitrage betting and plus EV betting, because with arbitrage betting, you're getting a guaranteed risk-free payout every single time you successfully place that bet, right? You're hedging yourself, you're placing both sides of the bet, and you're able to make 10, 20, 50, $100 a day guaranteed. Whereas with plus EV betting, you're not guaranteed to win every single day. Over the long run, if you're placing plus EV bets every single day, you're going to make money because you're being paid out simply too much per bet. So the difference here is that with arbitrage betting, once you get that bet in, you're guaranteed that profit up front, but you lack that upside because you're hedging yourself. Whereas with plus EV bets, you're not guaranteed to win every day. There's swings, there's ups and downs, but over time, you're going to be making money. And if you were to look at your profits, it's going to look like a chart very similar to mine, up and to the right? And so that's the difference between arbitrage betting and plus EV betting. All right, we're on Avo here, and as you can see above their center console here, you can switch over to the plus EV mode. So let's take a look at how this works, and I'll show you exactly what sportsbooks they support and how you can configure your settings to be as profitable as possible. So it's a very similar UI to the arbitrage tool, right? You've got your feed on the left-hand side here that brings you plus EV bets. It pulls it up into this center console for you here, and it gives you a one-click bet where you simply just click this button and it takes you directly to the sportsbook. Now, I don't have Bovada because I'm not in the United States, but it would take you right to that bet and put it in your bet slip for you, which is amazing. Keeps things super quick and crisp. Now, what we can see in the middle console here is that it shows you some odds from other sports books to help, derive if this is an EV bet or not. And this is my number one thing that I want to see them add, and I'm sure they will, is more sports books odds, right? We want to see what the whole market has to offer here. But while I'm saying that, you also have the ability to devig or select the sharp sports books you want to compare these EV bets to. You can have that right here in your custom plus EV settings. So first tip here with Avo that I highly recommend, for player props, you want to create a custom devig weighting. And this is how I would recommend doing it. I would have FanDuel at 3. And so what you can do here is you can adjust how heavy you're weighting FanDuel's odds versus DraftKings odds or versus MGM, whatever. And so this is what I would recommend. FanDuel at 3, then you've got DraftKings, Caesars, and BetOnline at 2, and then MGM at 1. Now, this is just a good market average where you can see what the whole market is offering for that specific bet. Now, when I say the whole market, it's actually not the whole market. And so that's one thing I'd love to see them add. But what they do have is so many books that they support. It's pretty crazy. They've got literally all books that you could possibly want. And so this is awesome to be able to decide, okay, what sports books do I want to use as my devig settings? What sports books do I want to find plus EV bets on? All of that. And so again, I recommend you do this for your player props devigging. You're also able to set the minimum maximum odds. You can select worst case devig method, which is what I recommend. I highly recommend you guys do that as well. And you can also select if you want, one-sided lines to hit a home run or to score a touchdown, that kind of thing for some longer shots, or if you just want to do some or none. So that's pretty nice feature that they've added here. And as always, you're able to select the specific markets, leagues, time periods, how many days in advance, and if you want live or just pregame or both. And so you can select all of this here in your filters as well. And so how I would set this up, if you're using Avo and you're using their arbitrage betting platform and you want to try out the EV tool for player props, so I would come in here and I would select just player props. Then I go to my EV custom devig settings and I would set it up like this. Minimum odds minus 200, maximum odds plus 200. That keeps the bets to be pretty accurate and sharp, right? You don't want to be getting bets that are like plus 1200. The width is very wide on that, meaning sportsbooks aren't very confident in the lines that they're setting. So keeping it like this, minus 200, plus 200 is ideal in my opinion. I highly recommend that you guys do that as well. And you can set your Kelly criterion to tell you how much you should be betting on each bet. I recommend putting your multiplier at 0.25. This is a nice conservative number, pretty standard in the industry to do quarter Kelly, so 0.25 here. And then you can just simply select and enter in your total bankroll there. And then what that will do is it will recommend how much you should be placing on this bet, right? It tells you, okay, you should put $3 here. You should put $5 here, So that is very important to go into your settings. You click the bottom left there and you're able to do that for your EV tool here. Now, once this is done, you're set up for player props. And so you'll be confident that you can tail, profitable player prop opportunities, right? If you want to do main lines, here's how I would do it. Unfortunately, we can't create another custom devig settings here. That's one thing I'd love to see Avo add, and I'm sure they will eventually. But in the meantime, just go to default settings, and this is a perfect weighting, right? We got Pinnacle and Circa for main lines. So now it's devigging just to Pinnacle and Circa, and we can go to our filters, remove player props, and just take money line, totals, and spreads. And so now we're getting player props that are devigged to Pinnacle and Circa, and it's pulling up plays that are just main lines. Pinnacle and Circa are very sharp for main lines, and so this is how I would do it. Again, this is a solid play. Plus 0.5 at plus 112. Pinnacle's at minus 102. It's a 0.9% EV play, but it is accurate. Like, this is a good-ish play that you can take. Another one here, over 129.5, and for this total points here, minus 110 on Fanatics. We see it's at minus 139 on Pinnacle. So very favored on Pinnacle, who's typically sharp on these markets. Fanatics at minus 110. So we're getting paid much more than we should be. And as always with Avo, you're able to add in sportsbooks here that you want to be shown bets for, right? I'm only being shown bets for some of the main books that I'd want to be shown for, but you can come in here and select from there like 50 different sports books that you want to see bets come through. It's really great. And what you can do when you select a bet, let's say I'm going to take the score. When you select that sports book, you can actually go in and select how much your bankroll is, and this allows you to now track your bankroll on that specific sports book, right? So you can say, okay, the amount that I have on the score is $500. I want my bets to round up to $1. This is great for the arbitrage product. Now, when I go to my sort of wallet here with my sports books, I can see an updated balance with each book and how much I have on each one. Once you get a bet in, let's say I place this bet, I pull it up on FanDuel. Again, I don't have FanDuel, but I pull it up on FanDuel here and I'm able to place it. You simply click track. Now that bet is tracked. And once we know if it has won or lost, we can choose the winner. If it's won, you select that it's won, and then that will update your FanDuel balance here. So now on FanDuel, the recommended bet was $0, so it didn't update it. But let's say the recommended bet was $10. It would update over here on FanDuel that you now have $1,000 at $1,010, right? Because you won $10 on FanDuel. So really, really great for tracking your bets, and you're able to see on a calendar here as well, like if you're able to get profitable bets in, right? Like if I got an ARB, like I did back in October here, it said that I made $37. And so it's a good internal tracker. If you're not using Pickett, this is a good way to do it as well. And so yeah, really good for tracking your bankroll and keeping things very clean. So bottom line, the EV tool allows you to now find plus EV bets with main lines with this default settings. Go into your filters, make sure that you're selecting just main lines. And then if you want player props, create a custom filter, make it like this, and then go to your filters and only select player props. So is the price worth it? Absolutely. $60 a month. And if you use the code JUICEDARBS, it's linked down below, you get $10 off per month. So just $50 a month for plus EV bets and the arbitrage tool as well. So crazy value. 50 plus sports books, full access to both of those. 100% if you are, a budget sports bettor or a new sports bettor and you're just trying this out for the first time, this is the place to be. You get everything that you could need at a ridiculously cheap cost. Now, if you're an experienced sports bettor and you agree with some of the gripes or issues that I had with Avo, like I want to see more data and more odds from all the sports books, I want more custom devigs, all that kind of stuff, that's more advanced stuff, fair enough. There's other options for you. But if you don't really care about that and you're just trying to get access to quality plus EV bets, quality arbitrage opportunities at $50 a month, this is the product for you. Again, use the code JUICEDARBS. It's linked down below for $10 off a month. So you get it for $50. I mean, you really can't get better value per month for $50. Maybe in JuiceBet's Discord, I could say that you get better value, but these two in tandem, highly recommend. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you found it useful. Let me know if you have any questions about the EV tool. I hope that me going into, how to set your filters and all that kind of stuff will help you be more profitable over time. That's at least how I've had success with EV betting using those types of filters, those devig methods. And so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.